Hi guys. Um, Today I'm gonna be reading a story. It's not one of those fan stories. It's gonna be a fanfic, a dark, evil fanfic, kinda. It's called Dark Side, a Markiplier fanfic. This kind of caught my eye because it was really touching, kinda. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. So the description says, "What would you do if you met your favorite YouTuber? Scream? 21-year-old Claire Golden did, but not in the way you'd expect. She was one of Markiplier's biggest fans, and she had been dreaming of meeting him for over a year, but she finally did encounter him in real life. However, she quickly found out that he's not the kind of person everybody thinks he is. It's fanfiction adventure Darkiplier fanfic 6 more, plus 6 more, and I'm not going to get to that part. I got up to chapter 5 in one night, but let's continue it. Oops. Yeah. Going to continue reading, and I have to get back to chapter 1. Chapter 1, Dark Side. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Sorry. Chapter 1's a sneak peek into the story. So we're gonna go to chapter 1. Chapter 1. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Knock Knock. Familiar voice soothes my mind as I put one last shirt into my duffel bag. It was amazing how stressed I had been about packing and my drive home just a moment ago, because now everything was suddenly better. Markiplier was everything to me. I didn't know him personally, but I felt like I did. In a way, I had discovered him in October of last year. Now it was December, a year and 2 months later, and I couldn't imagine my life without his videos. They made me laugh, they made me cry, and they made every day better for me. Mark inspired me like no other. He made me feel like I was worth something, even as just one fan out of a million. And he made me feel like I could make a difference in the world someday, just like he was. Watching one more video before you go, my roommate Stephanie asked me. Stephanie and I shared a dorm in our freshman year of college, and we easily became best friends. She was a fan of Mark's too. That was one of the reasons we bonded so quickly. Now that we were both 21 years old, and in our junior years of college, we shared an apartment together. At this point, it was winter break, and we were both about to leave so we could spend the holidays with our families back home. Yeah, I need to mellow out before I drive for 3 hours, I answered. The drive home always sucked. I didn't usually have to deal with the traffic, but it was so boring. I was always afraid I'd fall asleep. I feel ya. Well, I think I'm going to go. My parents are expected to see me really soon, Stephanie decided. She only had an hour of driving ahead of her, which I thought was very lucky. She gave me a quick hug before she left me alone in our apartment. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, Mike said. Baby just came out. The video was over and I had to leave. I put my laptop into my bag, grabbed it along with my purse, put on my coat, and headed out the door to my car. The drive was long, but it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. Mark's video had put me in a good mood, so I didn't yell at other drivers, despite the fact that they couldn't hear me. As much as I usually did, I managed to stay awake, even though it was dark for the last half hour of the drive. And so I was relieved when I pulled into my driveway. It was all so familiar to me. I lived in the same big house in the same small town in Indiana my whole life. It was out in the country in the middle of the woods. It actually was difficult for a lot of people to find my house. The winding gravel driveway was hard to spot in the trees, and the gray hues of my house exterior blended into the darkness of the night. I knew there had to be some people that passed by and saw it as creepy, but I was used to living there, and I saw it normal. "Hey, you made it," my dad said when I walked through the door, locking it behind me. "Yeah, I did. You missed me, right?" I asked, and scooped him to a hug. "Not really. Oh, I mean, yes, of course I did," he joked. "I missed you," my mom confessed, stealing a hug from me after my dad let me go. "Thanks, Mom," I said. I got solid in my own room and looked at me, and looked at myself in the mirror. We were having a family movie night, which meant PJs, but I didn't really need to change. I already was wearing comfortable yoga pants with a tank top and a warm zip-up sweatshirt on my 5 foot 1 inch tall frame. My blue eyes were only enhanced with mascara, and my long, straight, light brown hair was up in a messy bun. I couldn't get much lazier or comfier. I headed into the living room where I watched the heat with my parents. We munched on buttery popcorn and sweet candy until it was over, which was when the lights went out and we all went to bed. Normally I would think my house seemed scary or creepy on the inside at night, with all the windows on the main level. However, with all the Christmas lights on, the tree, and the staircase that led up to my parents' loft room, it seemed peaceful and beautiful instead. My parents were very obviously tired, and I could see it on their faces. I wasn't that tired. Okay, I just said that in 2 different same sentence. I wasn't that tired, though, so I decided I would stay up for a little longer. I browsed YouTube for a while. A new episode of Drunk Minecraft was up, so I watched that until I fell asleep. Finally, I was back at school. I was in a film class watching a movie. It was completely dark in the classroom except for the light that came from the projector. I heard a familiar voice saying my name. "Claire," it said in a whispered tone. "Claire." I looked to my right and saw Mark Bishbach, his face illuminated by the light of the movie scene. He was smiling at me, and I couldn't help but smile back. His happiness was contagious. "Do you want to get out of here?" he asked in a hushed tone. I had never just ditched a class in the middle of it before, but it was a huge class. A professor probably wouldn't care. I nodded and I left the room with him. I sensed that we were best friends or something of that sort. "What are we going to do now that we're out of class?" I asked as we walked around campus aimlessly. "I've got something in mind," Mo said, stopping at the door of my apartment. I didn't understand how we had gotten there so quickly, but I didn't question it. I was lost in his chocolate brown eyes, and he seemed to be lost in my blue ones. He pulled me close and kissed me. I woke up from that dream immediately. What was I doing dreaming about kissing Markiplier? I pondered that thought for a moment until I remembered that I had developed a giant crush on him. It hadn't been a choice. I never even expected it to happen. Honestly, when I first started watching his videos, I just thought of him as a cute, cool guy that had a channel worth subscribing to. After a while, though, I found myself falling for his eyes and smile, and I had always loved his personality and his voice. It was ridiculous. Honestly, I didn't want to like him. I didn't even know him in real life. "Damn it," I whispered, rolling over in bed. It actually wasn't a comment about my dream though. I had a headache. For some reason, I had a habit of waking up with them. I was prone to them anyways. I felt around my bed blindly, searching for my phone. I found my laptop first. It was sitting next to me, and it had fallen asleep with me. I closed the lid and felt around my bed some more until I located my phone. I turned on my flashlight app, and I got out of bed to take some medication, to take some medicine. Sorry that I'm staring so much. Once I had taken some, I slumped out of bed again, hoping my head would feel better the next time I woke up. The next day, I woke up feeling so much better, feeling so much better. When I looked at the time, I saw that it was 10 in the morning. I got plenty of sleep. It seemed, but I was squeezed more. However, the sound of the Christmas music kept me away from my mom, which had her favorite holiday albums playing around Christmas time. I decided to get up and enjoy it. Christmas was my favorite time of the year, and being at home, listening to the music I grew up with brought me back to my childhood. The whole day was basically just dedicated to Christmas. I wrapped the presents I had brought for my parents and put them under the Christmas tree. While my parents went around, I even examined the gifts under the tree to see which boxes and bags were mine. I lifted them occasionally to find out if they were heavy or not. This was something I always did when I was younger. It was a trick I learned from my friends. Why I still did it as a 21-year-old, I wasn't so sure. I guess I was still a kid at heart when it came to Christmas. I'm going to stop there because I'm reaching my limit mark. Because I'm only going to stop till 13 minutes or so. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Yes, I'm gonna try to take Mark's saying, sorry Markiplier, here's your go version. Yeah, bye.